Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching or listening to us from. You're welcome to Stalker Team, the Investors Channel. Today, we are making good on our promise to go global and also more or less expand outside of Wall Street. And last week, we said the first market we'll be looking into is the Nigerian stock market, because of a whole lot of our audience across this platform and also outside of this platform who actually belong to the Nigerians in the diaspora and Nigerians in Nigeria. So on that note, that's why we are moving to the Nigerian market. Before we move ahead, let's just do our usual disclaimer. Every information shared on this channel is for information and education purpose only. So do your due diligence or consult your financial advisor before making any decision. And on that note, we welcome you to this channel. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, put on your notification bell so that you don't miss any update. So last week we made that promise that we are going global to actually cover the financial markets, especially the equities market outside of the Wall Street. And we said Nigerian market is where we will be going into first before we look at the German market, the UK market, and maybe some part of the Asian and European market. So today we have a stock pick in the Nigerian stock market. One of the stocks that we believe is likely to outperform is PS. Is likely to actually return better dividends. So here is a primer, or more or less like a summary of what we think, why the Nigerian market is a bit different from Wall Street. The Nigerian market is less liquid compared to Wall Street. Looking at the cons now, it's less liquid. Compared to Wall Street, less number of companies that are quoted. In terms of number of companies that are actually on the market, actually the number of companies that are fully liquid there are about 100 of them. So they are not too many. They are quite few compared to what you have on Wall Street. Also the diversity of the listings are also a bit more skewed towards the financial sector, a little bit of technology and information and communication, telcos, consumer goods, and also a few other hospitality sector here and there. So it's a very smaller market compared to Wall Street. The liquidity is not as huge. However, it is a market that is also a bit unique and has its own advantages. Number one, the best performing stocks are highly liquid. So especially in the financial sector, if you look at the financial services sector in Nigeria, most of the banks have gone through decades or over a decade of reforms. Their liquidity ratio, their corporate governance, the kind of services they offer, and the scale of the services they offer have also been broadened out, and many of them are also holding companies. So if you look at the technology stroke telco sector, two key companies and a few other companies are quoted in that ecosystem. So these stocks that are very liquid, that are in the financial services and information and telco sector, they actually pay very good dividends compared to their peers. And one thing that actually convinced us to go into this market, before I go to the stock pick for today, is that this market is largely undervalued compared to the kind of numbers they do, the kind of growth, year on year, quarter on quarter growth that they actually post. So if the Nigerian economy is going to reform itself over time, and we have stocks that are largely undervalued, and a whole lot of reforms that will stabilize the currency vis-a-vis the dollar and so many other things. If those things continue to actually move in the right direction, positioning yourself into some of these very liquid and well capitalized stocks on the Nigerian exchange is actually a very good strategy to hedge against currency devaluation as a Nigerian who wants to also, have some of your assets in naira, because at the end of the day, you still want to have exposure to the naira, no matter how valuable your investment in dollar is. So today, we are having one stock pick to start to get the ball rolling into the Nigerian stock market. So come with me. So the first stock that we are actually picking in this stock in this market in the Nigerian stock market is Guaranteed Trust Holding Company (PLC). It used to be known as Guaranteed Trust Bank. It's fondly called GT in Nigeria. That's the nickname that on the street, on almost everywhere, it's called GT. But it's now a holding company due to a whole lot of the reforms that was done over time, and also the company, the bank, actually seeing how they can diversify their earning base. GTCO is a leading financial services group based in Nigeria. The company or the bank, actually has operation across banking, asset management, payment services, pension management across Africa, and just to let you know, they are also in the UK. The flagship of the holding company is Guaranteed Trust Bank, which is known as GT Bank. They are actually one of the largest, and another reason we are picking the stock is that GT Bank, or GT, is the most profitable bank. They are very cost efficient. Their cost structure, their efficiency is second to none across that industry, across the sub-region, across the sector that they play. They have very strong digital banking services. They were actually the leader in terms of the mobile app, mobile banking, USSD banking in Nigeria, almost more than close to 15 years ago. They've been very strong, and they could be very customer centric. They are listed on the NGX, Nigerian stock market, stock exchange, now called NGX, and also the London Stock Exchange. But we are focusing on the listing on the Nigerian exchange, the NGX. So that's the first pick that we're having. I'm going to just have a very brief justification, apart from what I've said in the intro, about why GT is actually a stock to own. Come with me. So if you look at this table in front of you is actually showing the 2023 full year ending June 2023 compared to June 2024 stroke June 2023. These numbers are actually highly incredible. I haven't seen any bank in the whole wide world, and I mean it, in terms of percentages, in terms of the actual return. So if you look at the gross earning, just follow my mouse, look at the gross earning for that period. The company reported about 107%. Interest income went over 187% between 2024, June 2024, 2023, and the most incredible part, which is the most unbelievable part of this company's report, is that between that period, between June 2023 and 24, this company reported about 223% growth in the net profit for the year. Quite impressive. So if you look at the growth of GT's balance sheet over year on year, they seem to be more efficient. even when in terms of valuation, in terms of market cap, and the overall growth of the stock itself, which I will get to, they are behind Access Bank Corporation, but GT seems to be the most profitable. And from an investment point of view, is a stock that I would love to own. Actually, just to also disclose this, I've initiated a position, and I actually hope to build this position at least in the next 6 months to see how I can actually get something more considerable on this stock. I mentioned Access. I'll be getting to Access not today. That will be tomorrow, but today is actually GT, on why GT is actually a very good stock to own on the NGX. So in terms of the dividend that they pay, it's actually very, very superb dividends. And I won't be talking about the dividends today, but in terms of a solid balance sheet, a bank that actually knows how to manage cost and get the best out of the resources that they have to return good returns to shareholders, GT is actually leading the pack. So come with me to the chart. So this is actually the last part of my due diligence discussion on GT. If you look at the last 1 year, just follow the chart. The last 1 year, this stock, despite starting this year on a very slow pace, is done over 59%. In the last 5 years, over 134%, all-time high. The stock has returned 358%, despite the ups and downs in the Nigerian economy. At least 1 year ago, or a year and a few months ago, there was a major devaluation in the currency, which really affected Nigerian banks. And so if you come to this period, around this period, that was a major time when these banks, especially most of the companies quoted in the Nigerian market, they actually had a major drop down in their valuation because of the fact that the FX impact on their balance sheets. Some of the loans that they have in dollars, now they have to pay more to actually service those loans and all that. But it seems the Naira, the policy and all that seems to be yielding some result, at least in the near term, what we can see. So the likes of GT have actually seen a rebound, and that's why even the last 6 months, it's been very, very strong, 38%. The last 1 month, about 5%. So I believe this year GT will outperform. The stock currently trades at 63 naira per share, which is quite undervalued, especially if you are actually in the diaspora and you want to choose this stock. So what do you think about GT? Do you think it's a company you want to invest in on the stock market, on the Nigerian stock market? Comment in the feedback section below. Please subscribe to our channel, put on your notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. So on that note, we are now going global, and today actually marks that journey. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and keep investing and keep growing. Thank you.